Hey, welcome to this week's video. This video is going to take an entire week to shoot because it is demoing 7 mascaras in 7 days. That's right. We're going from low end, $4, high end, $44, and everything in between. What I thought would be a wise thing to do is to keep my overall makeup look the same every single day. Let's start with this Lash Princess one. Why did it show up on my list? Well, it says no falsies needed. Lash Princess False Lash Mascara defines and separates lashes while achieving a bold look. Dramatic volume. The iconic shape fiber brush delivers dramatic volume and sculpted length without clumps or globs. Cruelty-free, gluten-free, silicone, paraben-free, oil-free, fragrance, alcohol, microplastic particles. Cool, made in Luxembourg. So let's give it a try. This is the most budget-friendly. Here's what the wand looks like. Kind of a thin wand with a pointed tip. You gals who are really into lash lengthening, I think you're gonna love this one. Here's what I'm seeing so far. It creates kind of a classic lash look. If you had extensions, the brush really separates your lashes, so it's not clumping. It's giving incredible length, which is a big thing for me. I prefer length over thickness. I think that sometimes they can get too clumpy looking. This so far looks super natural, but this mascara, this little baby for $4.99, fantastic. I hope it wears well throughout the day. That's going to be the true test. I love this pointed tip. This is really great for just grabbing these outer corner lashes and giving that little extra bit of definition. I mean, I'm just doing one coat. I'm finding that this is more than sufficient. I would think that you could keep applying several coats if you wanted it thicker, but I really love this kind of natural long look. So application, great. I'm going to check back in with you at the end of the day and let you know how it wore. Good evening, 9:34. Welcome to the end of day of Essence's Lash Princess, day 1 of our mascara test. And it wore exceptionally well. Absolutely no flaking, no smudging, no transferring, no fading, no nothing. The wear is exactly the same as when I put it on. Beautiful mascara. Oh my gosh. How do you beat $4.99? Do we just stop the video right here and call it a day? I'm curious. I want to see what the others do. Okay, welcome to day 2. Today we are sampling Maybelline's Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara in Carbon Black. Lengthening mascara. This volumizing washable mascara formula is infused with bamboo extract and fibers for long, full, and lightweight lashes that don't flake or smudge. Lash Extension Brush features their exclusive Flex Tower brush that bends to volumize and extend every single lash from root to tip. Ophthalmologist and allergy tested, suitable for sensitive eyes and contact lens wearers. This one is, almost double the price of the other at a little more than $8. There's the wand, very similar to yesterday's, kind of with a pointy tip, non-clumping, definitely lengthening. Both of these, I would say, create a more natural lash look. We'll compare one eye versus the one that isn't done. Very pretty mascara. What I don't like is when you have to apply mascara 2 and 3 times to feel like you're getting the length and the volume, and then it starts to get really clumpy and ugly. So this, I'm just going to make sure I'm only doing one coat. Sometimes to get a little bit more mascara at the base, do you do this too? Kind of the little wiggle and then pull, and I feel like it just deposits a little bit more. We will circle back at the end of the day and see how it wore. Are they accurate when they say no clumping, no smudging? We'll find out. Welcome back to what seems like my bewitching hour, 9:32-ish. Again, just like yesterday's, no flaking. Zero. I haven't touched up anything since we last saw each other earlier today. Absolutely nothing under the eye. It did not stain or smudge above the eye. Lashes are still separated and wispy. I don't know if it's me, and the only way I'll know is to be able to see the footage side by side, but I feel like they're not as black as they were earlier in the day. I mean, does mascara fade in color as well? I don't know. So another drugstore buy for the win. We've got one more lower end one coming tomorrow, and that is by e.l.f. And then we're going to dial up the price and maybe the performance. We'll see. Welcome to day 3. We're on our last, more affordable one. This one is by e.l.f. It's called Lash and Roll Mascara, Curling and Lifting. So this one's going to give a little more curl than the others have. It says, get the curled lashes of your dreams with Lash and Roll's unique double-sided brush. The shorter bristles hold formula, while longer bristles separate and lift lashes for maximum curl. I went with pitch black. Here's the brush. It's got a little curve to it, so let's see if it gives a little bit more curve like it says it does. Another one that is really, really good at separating the lashes. This seems more like a soft black to me, but still it seems to have the same effect as the others. This one took a little bit more work to get on. I don't feel it is as bold as, let's say, Lash Princess, the first one that I used. I felt I had a lot more pop when I put this on in terms of the depth of the color. Am I noticing any more curl? I don't know, not as much. It seems really, really similar to me. So all of these pretty comparable. Let's see how it wears. I'll check in with you later today, okay? Hey y'all, welcome to end of day. It is about almost 9 o'clock. I'm good. I'm done with the day. This poor mascara was put through the ringer because we went on a bike ride earlier today and it was already about 82, 83 with a tinge of humidity. And then we cooked meat sauce. So if there were ever a test for a poor mascara, this would be it. It lasted. It held up just fine. I would say my only complaint against it was what I said this morning when I put it on. I didn't feel the pigment was as dark as the other ones. But you know what? For my lighter haired gals, or if you have lighter eyes and you don't want that really black mascara, this may be the right shade for you. I would say it's a soft black. I didn't find a whole lot of curl. I did find length. I did find separation. They were all very similar in that respect. So tomorrow we are moving into more higher end stuff. Let's see how it performs. But in the meantime, lights out. Happy Sunday. It is day 4 of our mascara test and we are moving on to MAC. This is their lash extension mascara. It's the baby one. I actually bought it at the checkout at Sephora when you can do trial size. The real one is $28. MAC Magic Extension 5mm fiber mascara is a mascara that acts like lash extensions with 5mm long fibers that deliver the look of false lashes with over-the-top volume and exaggerated length. Lengthen your fringe to unreal faux levels. Like lash extensions in a bottle, you won't believe your eyes. I guess the structure of it is such that it's, you know, it's narrow and it gets to a tip and it looks to be thin. And I guess that's how you get in there and you separate all the little babies. I can already tell this is nice and dark, the way I like my lashes. It's definitely separating them and it is definitely making them seem longer. Can you see the length that I got from that? That's pretty awesome. Love the color. Love that it's a bold black, you know, to give that kind of classic lash effect. Love, love, love. Yeah, they look really good. I can definitely see a difference between today and yesterday, and I bet you can too. Okay, we're gonna sing hallelujah and come back at the end of the day. Put a fork in me. I am done. It's 9:15. This day has been long. This poor mascara was put through the ringer. Not only did it get me through church, but lunch after, then a heated exercise class, and then a stretching class. This isn't waterproof, although I think it could be. The color I forgot to mention about the MAC is extensive black, and this is amazing. I honestly, after today, did expect to get some sad panda eye going on underneath. No fallout, none. As you can see, there is no mascara beneath my eye. I can't get over that. This product is wow. That's all I have to say. After a day like today, wow. Hey, welcome to day 5. We are beginning to wind down this mascara experiment, and we are doing so today with another higher end product. This is by Prime Lash, and it is called their Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara in Black. It's targeted for women in midlife, and it says, tired of thin, sparse lashes and bare eyes? We've made a pro-age mascara for mature women that'll get you more compliments than you ever thought possible. Years of research have created the perfect wand and formula duo. Wand separates tiniest lashes for 0 clumps. Formula lifts and thickens existing lashes while boosting natural growth. That's a new one. pH balance, all natural, forget irritation, and panda eyes. Okay, so we are going in with the Prime Lash. Again, same concept with the wand. I'm feeling like for lengthening mascaras, they're all skinny and pointy as opposed to those real thick, rounded ones. I feel like it builds the lashes pretty quickly and gets them long and has a lifting effect. Super long. I would say these are probably the longest out of any that I have worn so far. It does get in there with those teeny tiny lashes, especially on the inner corner. But as usual, we will check in at the end of the day and you'll see for yourself. And yet another day has come to a close. Seems to be happening earlier and earlier. It's a Monday. You know, I'm telling you, mascaras must be upping their game, because once upon a time, there were more duds than winners. You used to get flakes and specks and smudging. I've yet to have any of that. So as I come in closer, you can see they lasted. My only notes would be the black is a little bit of a softer black than, let's say, the MAC that I wore yesterday, but these are just minor variances. Other than that, beautiful mascara. We are down to 2 at this point. See you tomorrow morning. Okay, if there were ever a mascara I was most anticipating, it would be this one. This is the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. 24-hour flake-free, smudge-proof wear, clinically proven to volumize, lengthen, and curl, sweat-proof and ophthalmologist tested. Micro tubes wrap and lengthen each lash for a lash extension effect. This one you apply 2 consecutive coats in an upward motion, pulling through to the tip. They say quickly apply the second coat before the first coat dries for a lash extension effect. Thin, pointy tip. Okay, so far it's applying like the others. Man, these suckers are long. Wow. Can you see that? It's grabbing onto every lash. Even my inner corner lashes are getting some really good length. You can definitely see these look long. They look dark. And I'm super excited to see how it wears, and especially the removal, because I've seen on videos women just literally take their fingers and just kind of wiggle it and they just slide off. So we'll see if that will be my experience at the end of the day. But I love how this mascara looks. See y'all later. Ooh-wee, this is a late one. End of day for Tartelette Tubing Mascara. Held up great. I'm beginning to feel like a broken record here. They're all holding up really well. I've seen them do it online, and I don't know if it's going to happen for me, but you literally take your fingers and you go like that, and it's supposed to leave, maybe they just put on a ton. I don't know. I saw girls do this and it left like little tubes, like noodles. Why don't I have the noodles? Anyway, Tartelette Tubing Mascara. Loved it. Great review. We are down to 1 left and I'll see you in the morning. We are wrapping it up with a iconic brand, Dior. And this one is Dior Show. Spectacular 24-hour volume and curl mascara. Okay, this is the highest end one at $44. So this one has a little bit more of a curved wand. It looks a little bit thicker than the others. Seems like a little bit of a softer black than a real dark carbon type black. Also, I feel like it's going on very lightly and I might need a second coat. Now I feel it getting longer, thicker, a little bit darker too. Okay, let's circle back in the evening when it's probably going to look just like this. And I'll see you later. All right, end of day, end of week for the mascara tutorial. Dior showed up. Here's what I'm going to say. Beautiful mascara. I really want to summarize the week that was in mascaras. And I think you'll probably feel this way. I've already gone through all the footage of everything that I've shot because I think you need to see it that way in order to compare and contrast quickly side by side, kind of like you're doing as a viewer. We have ranged from $4.99 to $44. And literally, you're probably thinking the same thing. It's really hard to tell the difference between the $4 one and the $44 one. I mean, I personally, as a consumer, would expect a marked difference between the two to justify the cost. I can't find it. So the moral of the story is you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a high-performing mascara. You just don't. If I had to pick my favorites, I would say on the lower end side, definitely the Essence Lash Princess, as well as the Maybelline Sky High. I would say the one that absolutely blew my mind, only because of the day I put it through, was this MAC. I mean, this poor baby was put through the test and it came through with flying colors. I could definitely see the fibers. I could see the difference that they made. Great. And of course, the Tartelette Tubing Mascara, another high performer. I can't justify a $44 mascara. Again, lovely product, but you know what? I'd rather save that money and spend it elsewhere. Please let me know what you thought about the video in the comment section. If there's anything else you would like for me to review, I'd be happy to do it for you. It's as helpful and educational for me as it is for you. But I thank you for joining me. I love doing tutorials. They're so fun. Go out, be bold, be blessed, and I'll see you next week. Have a great time. Enjoy your lashes and don't spend too much.